Hi, everybody. Welcome back to UC's Summer Storybook Series. I hope you're all doing well and you're ready to read another fun book. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty well myself, and I'm excited to be back in reading. We're going to be reading today with our other student, Miss Jenna, and my name is Miss Lauren. Now, I would like to introduce the title of our story today. Our title is The Librarian from the Black Lagoon. Now, it might be a little bit spooky in this story because can you see in the picture there's a shadow of somebody creeping up? It doesn't look like a normal librarian. Is there a librarian at your school? Now let's look at the title again. The title has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Some of the words are long words and some of the words are short words. Let's look at some of the short words. The is a short word, but librarian, that's a long word. I also see 2 words in this title that start with the letter L. Look at the title and see if you can find where the L's are. There's one L here. Here's one capital L. Here's another capital L. The words that start with L are librarian and lagoon. Would you like to start reading this book with me? Let's start. I'm turning the page, and here is the title at the top of the page again. Underneath, it also writes the author's name. Do you know who the author is? The author is the person who writes the story, and the author of this book is Mike Thaler. The pictures are by Jared Lee. That means Jared Lee is the illustrator since he drew the pictures. Here we go. Today, our class is going to the library. We've been hearing some really scary things about this place. Uh-oh, I wonder what they've heard. And I see some words hidden in this picture. Do you see the words in this picture? Here they are. Let's read them. It says, class, today we visit the school library. And this boy is thinking, oh no. The library is somewhere behind the boiler room. It's called the media center of the earth. And look, I see the sign in the picture. It's pointing down. You have to go all the way down here to get to the media center of the earth. And the boy is now thinking, gads. Mrs. Beamster is the librarian. Here she is. Would you like to be friends with Miss Beamster? The kids call her the Laminator. And look at these words. Do you see what's special about these words up here? All of these words are capitalized. That means they're all big letters. The Laminator is all capitalized. Here she is, the Laminator. They say she laminates you if you talk in the library. Ooh, better not be talking in her library. You'll look like this. She also has a library assistant named Igor. And let's look at these words too. I see another word that has all capital letters. Do you see where the word with all the capital letters is? The word is the last word on the page right here. I-G-O-R are all capital in this word. Igor. There's Igor. Oh dear. You know you're getting close to the library by the signs on the wall. Let's read those signs. They have more words that we can read. The first one says, no talking beyond this point. We already know that. You might get laminated if you talk. The next one says, no whispering beyond this point. The word was whispering. That's when you talk very softly, whispering. And the next sign says, no breathing beyond this point. Well, that's impossible. How are you not going to breathe? Let's turn the page and see what happens next. They say you're allowed to stay in the library as long as you can hold your breath. Some kids last as long as a whole minute. Look at them. They're holding their breath. They're not breathing. Goodness. That doesn't include the time and the, ooh, here comes a big word, decontamination room. And this must be what decontamination is. What do you think this picture is showing? It means decontamination. It looks like they're getting all cleaned up and they're getting scrubbed down. They're being decontaminated. And I want you to look at this word again. This word right here, decontamination. Is that a short word or a long word? It does look like a car wash. This is what happens to cars. Shouldn't happen to people though. Decontamination is a long word. It's very long. Look how many letters are in decontamination right here. Next to decontamination is room. It starts with an R. That's a short word. So we've been through the decontamination room. There, you put on hair nets and rubber gloves. Next, you have to go through the gum detector. And look, there are more words to read within the picture. The first word here, do you see all of those funny letters? They're all, this one is capital. It's a capital B, and it says buzz. What's happening to them? Why is it saying buzz? And then the boy is saying, whoa. And this bird here, he's saying, empty your pockets. And the people back here are saying what they said earlier. They're saying, gads. Once you finally in the library, you can't actually check out any books. In fact, you can't take them off the shelves. To keep the books in alphabetical order, Mrs. Beamster bolts them together. And what do you think this girl is saying? It's the word starts with a W and ends with a W. Do you see the two W's in this word? She's saying, wow. Let's turn the page. Also, they say, the shelves are electrified. Bzzz. And it's zapping this poor boy right here. He's trying to get a book, I think. If you twist your neck and squint, you can read the spines. Can you twist your neck like that? I sure can't. Everyone says the best part of the library visit is story time. That's like what we're having. Let's see if it's like our story time though. All the kids stand at attention while Mrs. Beamster reads one of the cards from the card catalog. And here she is reading. Look, there's a bubble and it has more words that Mrs. Beamster is saying now. She's saying, Percy Woodrow Bender, basket weaving, 96 pages, illustrated. Would you like to go to Mrs. Beamster's story time and hear her reading the card catalog? Here are all these kids. One of them is saying right here, he's saying golly with a capital G. And this one also has a capital G. He says G. And this one is also saying that word we saw earlier with the two W's right here and right here. He's saying, wow. And this one is not being polite. He's saying something else that starts with a B. He's saying burp. If you'll catch her in a good mood, she'll recite the Dewey Decimal System by heart. And here she is reciting the Dewey Decimal System by heart. Botany is 580, budget is 332, and business is 338. And I want you to look at all of these words too. There's something at the beginning of all these words that they share together, and it's the capital letter. Do you know what this capital letter is? Right here, here, and here. These capital letters are the capital letter B. Let's turn the page. They say Mrs. Beamster has a crush on Mr. Dewey and that she carries his picture in a lead locket around her neck. Also, she has rubber stamps on the soles of her shoes, and whenever she steps, it says, overdue, overdue. Here she is stamping, and this is the same word that we just said. It starts with an O. It says overdue, overdue, overdue. Do you know what overdue means? Overdue means that you have passed the time that you're supposed to turn in your book. She seems to have ears on the back of her head. If she catches you whispering, and what is whispering? Whispering is pss, pss, pss. It's when you talk quietly. If she catches you whispering, you're laminated. There's that long word again, laminated. They say she puts glue on all the chairs so you won't wiggle. Can you wiggle? Look at this word wiggle. It has another W at the beginning. Wiggle. And what kind of letters are these in this word wiggle? Are they small letters or big letters? Are they lowercase or uppercase? They are big uppercase letters. Then she shows you slides of all her vacations since 1902. She goes to the same place every year. It's the Library of Congress. And the children here are being very polite. They're saying things like, here, they're saying cool and fantastic and oh my and radical and whoa. Mrs. Beamster also subscribes to 3 magazines. It's the Mortician's Monthly, the Complete Pamphlet of Zip Codes, and Spots Illustrated, the magazine for cleaner laundry. These you do get to read. And here are the, I'm guessing, Mortician's Monthly, the Complete Pamphlet of Zip Codes, and Spots Illustrated. But stay away from her plants. They are Venus flytraps. And this girl is saying, I'm stuck. And don't pet the animals in her petting zoo, which contains a piranha and a porcupine. And look, this porcupine, he's saying, grr. And I want to show you one of the letters. Look at these letters at the end. Do you know what letters these are? These are the sounds. Can you make an I want to show you something else. They are very scary. This is the piranha, and that has the sound in the middle too. Can you say piranha? Say piranha. And this guy too, he's the porcupine. Say porcupine. Now, don't go near her computer either. It uses a real mouse. I want to show you something again. I'm starting to notice that there are a lot of the same sounds in the words we're reading. Here, when it says don't go near, what's the sound at the end? It's the sound again. And her computer, those all end with the sounds. Let's say that again. Don't go near her computer. Why? It uses a real mouse. Well, it's time to go. As we get near the library, there are lots of signs. Some of the signs here say books are fun and books are joy. I agree with that. Do you think books are joy? This sign, look, it has our sound that we were talking about again. It starts with a It says read. Can you say read? Read right here. The next page, they're still walking towards the library, but do they look scared now? It's starting to look a little different. It says, we march right in. Let's say that again. That has our good sound. We march right in and sit down in little chairs. These must be the ones without glue. Mrs. Beamster. Ooh, let's say that. That has our sound too. Mrs. Beamster. Beamster. She comes over with an armful of books and puts them on our table. And here they're saying, hello, Mrs. Beamster. Mrs. Beamster says, hello, children. Then she smiles and hands me one. It's a book of knock-knock jokes. And he says, wow. She says, I saved this one for you. Oh, and at the last page, we get a knock-knock joke. It says, I'm going to love this library. Here we go. It says, knock, knock. Who's there? Dishes. Dishes who? Dishes, a nice place to be. Ho, 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 ho. And that, my friends, is the end of this book. That was The Librarian from the Black Lagoon. Does that, from the beginning, does that look like a library that you've ever been to? Does your librarian, for instance, have sharp teeth and a snout for a nose? I can't say my librarian looks like that. My librarian is very nice, like this one at the end. I would say that most people who like books, like Mrs. Beamster here, are very nice and will probably give you some books that you're interested in. Now, before we go, at the end of the book, we started to talk about one of our special sounds, and that sound is the sound. Can you make the sound with me? Let's try it. And how do you make a good R sound? You have to stick your tongue a little bit backwards in the middle of your mouth. You have to make it real tight at the bottom, and then you almost have to sound like a dog. Let's try that again. Er. And you're right, it might sound like an R, a pirate. I would like to play a game before we go, where I'm going to show you some pictures that have that R sound, and I'm going to take one away, and I want you to see if you can remember which picture I took away that's not there anymore. We'll start with 3 pictures. The first one is roses. Say roses. Roses. The next picture shows a rake. Say rake. Rake. The last picture is a ribbon. Let's say that again. Ribbon. Ribbon. Did you keep your tongue a little bit backwards and real tight at the bottom for all of those and bend your tongue back? Roses, ache, ribbon. Now I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to show you 2. Here I have my ribbon and my ache. Say ribbon and rake. Now tell me, which one is missing? The one that's missing are the roses. Roses, that's right. Let's do 4 this time. I'm going to add to our roses, say it with me, roses, ribbon, and rake. I'm going to add the color red. Say red. Red. Did you keep your tongue back? Real tight at the bottom. Now I'm going to put these cards on this stand. Remember, tell me which card is not there this time. We have ribbon, roses, say it with me, and red. Which picture is missing? We are missing the ache. The rake is missing. Did you guess the right picture? Ribbon. Let's say it together. Ribbon, roses, red, rake. Let's add another picture. We're going to add a rope. Can you say rope? Let's say them all again. Ribbon, roses, red, rake, rope. I'm shuffling the pictures. Which one will I leave out? Here we go. Let's say them together. Roses, rope, ribbon, red. Which one is missing? The rake. The rake was left out again. Say ache. The rake. Did you guess it? Let's try one more. So this time I have roses. I have a ribbon. I have a rake. I have the color red. Promise, I have the color red. I have a rope. And the last one I'm going to add is a rabbit. So let's say those again. Roses, ribbon, rake, red, rope, rabbit. I'm going to take them away. I'm going to shuffle them. Try to guess which one is left out. Okay, here we go. Say them with me. Roses, rake, rope, rabbit, red. Which one is missing? Which one do you think is missing? The one that's missing is the ribbon. Say ribbon with a real strong pull that tongue back. Ribbon. Let's say them all together one more time. Roses, rake, rope, rabbit, red, and ribbon. Were you able to guess all of the pictures that were missing? Good try and good work if you did. Now, before we go, thank you so much for joining us for another storybook time. And I would like to remind you that we will be doing a storybook time every day at 10:30 and at 12:30. If you subscribe to the UC Speech and Hearing Clinic, the Summer 2020 Storybook Series, you will automatically get notifications when we go live every day and or when a new recording is available. Also, please visit our Facebook page and or follow us on Twitter, both of which are linked at the bottom right corner of our preschool clinic room on our channel page. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.